Greetings, you're with Tanisha Ali, and I wanted to show you a few styles that you can wear with a scarf, and this is the first one. Here's the second hairstyle, guys. This is the scarf around a big updo. So if you want something really high, this is the style for you. This, that, and the third. This is the third one, ladies. All of them are very easy, so hold on and I'll show you how I did them. Okay, ladies, for the first style, this scarf is kind of long and kind of thick. So rather than bunch it up and fold around, because it actually seems to get too thick, I'm going to sort of kind of just do it like this. I folded it a couple of different times because what I really want is more of a flat panel to go around my head. Everything is going to go around the perimeter of the head, okay? And I started at the front. Now, if you're using a smaller scarf, then it'll be easier for you because you don't want the puffiness with this particular style. And that's the thing. So what I ended up doing was hiding the overage under the back and tucking it in back there. Now, I'm able to do that because my hair is kind of thick and I could hide it back there. But you'll see what I mean. If you want to make it easier, just use a scarf that is a little bit less thick. So all I want to do, can't have y'all looking at my stretch marks. Not that y'all care, but anyway. So I have to have some traction, so I needed to bring those to the side. But basically all I'm doing is tying a tie at the back and pulling it, okay? You see that? Tying a tie at the back and pulling it. Now, if it was shorter, this would be perfect because I'm done, but I got all this overage here. And if you look, if I bring this around the front like you might be tempted to do, it's going to be really thick. Now, some people don't mind thick, and some people might want to form a little flower here and do something with that. I don't know. I guess you could. But I don't want too thick. I might could get away with it. This is not the style you saw, but I'm just trying something because putting it around all the way around the back was kind of tricky. It's not too bad. Yeah, so for this back part, all I did was tuck it in. I pulled it, and then I just tucked it in the back because you can't see it anyway. So pull it tight and tuck it in at the back, and then make sure that side is tucked in. And if it's long, it's going to kind of pull it over. You can be creative and do that however you want. Pull that to the front. Might want to accessorize with some earrings or something like that. And if you didn't want to wrap it around twice, you felt it was just too thick, then just fold it up and secure it in the back. But this is very thick, so it can work if you position it right in the center. Then you can't really see it. Like, you can see it a little bit. This scarf is very, very thick, but it can work. If you take your time and position it, it can actually work. All right, that's the first style. Let's take a look at the second style. Second style is really easy. You wrap this primarily the same way you wrap a scarf when you get out of the shower. You know, when you want to look cute getting out of the shower and you wrap your scarf a certain way. That's what this ends up looking like. Looks like I got my hair caught on something. Okay, now this scarf is very lightweight. It's one of those little scarves you get from one of those little clothing stores. It's very, very lightweight. So what I did with this one was, lost my Moldavite. I hope to find it. I'm pretty good at finding lost things. So turn that head over. Get your hair nice and even. You know, make sure it's neat. And I have one of these thicker little guys, one of these thick bands. So I'm just going to put the hair in there, and I'm gonna double it to tighten it up. One is too loose. Could have done that on the front end. And as I do it, it's loose, so it kind of will fall to the side. But if you want to give it a heads up and kind of move it to the side just a little bit like that, because if you notice, that's what the style looked like. And then again, has a hole. So you're going to just put that in again like you're getting out of the shower. You're going to take the two ends and you're going to just, one end is you're going to have to collapse the scarf. The other end is going to be wide open. You're going to let it hang open. Collapse it and bring this in as a crisscross, okay? Once you crisscross them, then you're going to flip your head back like this, okay? And you have the fundamentals of it, pretty much. So, because you can adjust all of this later, really. So what I'm going to do, because I have the two ends back here still, is you can secure them if you want like this. And you're just going to bring this one here, one up to the front, twist, always twist and tuck, twist and tuck, twist and tuck. And I actually close the end up, so I twist it, wrapped, or twist it, shortened it, and then I tucked, because this has straggles on the end. And the other one, I could come from this way if I want, or I could come from the other way. It's up to you. Again, you're twisting, shorten it, and just tuck. And do it the way, pull your hair over in the way that you feel most comfortable. You got a little something going on the side right there. My daughter said, "Mommy, that looks heavy." But again, you guys, all you Sisterlockers know, the Sisterlocks are not heavy. The only thing that will make this style uncomfortable is if you put that rubber band too tight. Then this would feel uncomfortable. All right, now the last style takes a bigger scarf with a bit more yardage. The same ponytail, except make sure it's more in the center, okay? You don't want it biased to one side. You want to make sure it's in the center. And doesn't have to be perfect, because the scarf is going to hide a lot of stuff, okay? And if you leave it loose, you can actually see how you would even just kind of want to wear it like this. But this is a really big scarf. This scarf, I actually cut it. Actually, this was more of, it goes with a Somali outfit that you would wear like this, what we call a karabisar. I'm not Somali, but my husband, my children's father, is Somali, and so my ex-husband, let me get that right, my ex-husband. So this was much bigger, so I cut it in half. It probably is about 1.5 yards, but it's up to you, because you can have a scarf that just has thicker material. So if you have a side that's imperfect, just fold it in. We want to do the same thing with the getting out of the shower towel wrap, to make it easy for you to get it in your head, how to hold this thing and how to wrap it. But the most important thing as you do this is, Tanisha, what is the most important thing as you do this? It's to be creative. So I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to put the whole thing over my head like this. Now this time I'm not closing anything off at the beginning. I want this whole thing to be kind of covering my head. And I'm making sure that my ears are open. And I'm going to hold it. Now, watch what I'm doing. Remember, one side we have to collapse the fabric. I'm collapsing the fabric on this side. This side is still open. I'm going to collapse it and I'm going to do a crisscross. Now, once I crisscross, I'm going to uncollapse it so that I can experience the fullness of the fabric. And I'm going to flip my head back like before, everybody, like this, right? Now, everything won't be perfect. It doesn't have to be, because you're going to come back later and adjust for where you want what. So at this point, you are going to just start to create the layer. And I feel like I want this actually closer down on my forehead, but that's a preference. Doesn't have to be necessarily. This you want to be thick. As you go up and continue twisting, you kind of want this to be thick. So I'm twisting there, I'm twisting here, and then I'm going to crisscross them. If it was really long, I could probably do a lot. I'm going to crisscross them, pull, and then I'm going to tuck. I need to really be doing this with one hand free. I feel like when I first did it, I had a little bit more, it was a little bit easier. But twisting, and I need to tuck. Just dig in somewhere and tuck. It's going to be held, remember? And you then, maybe I want my ears in. You're going to just pull your hair how you want it. Remember, this is a thicker scarf, so it's going to be different. You might want to wear it back like this. But the way I had it was I kind of began to pull my hair forward some. And you just do whatever you want to do. If I wanted more coverage up at the front, I just simply needed to have held it in position at the top better than what you saw me do for the demo. So, what do you think, ladies? Will y'all wear a scarf like this and put on some nice yellow earrings or some other accessories? Allows you to be creative. It's a cool updo. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel. I don't know how many people actually share anyway. Comment. I love comments, ideas, things of that nature. Tell me what other stuff you want to see or you want me to talk about. I'm pulling more of this forward. I want it to be full in the center because you want to see how it looks from the back. So for me, I know me. If I wanted it more full in the center, I would simply take this, everybody, and I would go up and just tie, secure it up, standing up, hold it up, and turn. And that would give me more height. And you can see, nobody can see up there what you did. Okay, helicopters have to be flying over your head to see that. Okay, ladies, bye.